Happy New Year guys, another YouTube video. We're starting off 2024 with an awesome BT50 build. Let's get into it. This is actually a repeat customer. He's entrusted us to do another tray build for him. So I believe the idea behind this build, customer was lucky enough to hang on to his second vehicle. So he's got his tray and then he's going to hang on to his canopy as well. So he's going to share his canopy between two vehicles, so how good is that? With this tray build, it is a simple build, but it looks so good. The trays we put on these is our 1644 compact, which is the actual physical usable deck. Works out to be about 1800 from the headboard to the back here, which is actually a really good size for the domestic vehicles. Customer's gone for our GT2 style tray build. So it's got the slightly different headboard and he has opted to exclude the window protector, mostly because the canopy is going to be on this vehicle majority of the time. So it's got that flexibility there of excluding those options if you did want to. So like sort of carrying on the front, so we'll go through the whole tray just nice and quick. Obviously you got your spare wheel holder here. So the awesome thing with the spare wheel holders, they've got a base onto them and they're removable too. So you got your 6 bolts straight into the headboard. You throw your canopy on, unbolt it, back onto the canopy, and that way you can keep your spare with you if you've got a tray or a tray and canopy package. So with this build we've done it a little bit differently. The customer themselves, they're actually wanting to wire in their own central locking, wire in their own water pump, which is fine because he wants to do a few little own sort of changes and bits and pieces himself, so we can do that. We supply the tray, we've supplied the Toolbox loom and the harnesses for that, and then he's going to get his auto sparky to come in and work their magic. So we do definitely have flexibility when it comes to your build. Just reach out, have a chat, and let us know what you want to do, and I'm sure we can work something out and help you there. So with our GT2, standard inclusion is obviously our fantastic rope rails down the sides, custom aluminium extrusion, and then we get the rope rails welded on in between here. We're the only ones that do that, so they make such a difference. So you haven't got a flat face running across there. You've got this fantastic looking stylish rope rails and they are so usable, especially with a tray build like this. If you are gonna have just a tray build, throw your rope or even your tie down points around that and away you go. So it's that easy. So even with our GT2s, you've got infields all the way through. So you've got front infill, obviously your mudguard, center infill, toolbox, and then your tail lights. With our builds, there's no ugly gaps. So all the way across, fits the body line, all the way through, complete finish. You haven't got any weird gaps. There's no cookie cutter style builds with these. So one of our sort of highlights on our features is that vehicle specific parts to make sure it suits the body lines and you got a nice finish all the way through. With the shorter tray, we still can get a decent sized water tank and also still include a rear tunnel drawer at the back. So that's really, really good for these sort of builds. So in the headboard, obviously you got your water filler and your water pump switch here at the back. Customer has a water tank underneath, should be a 46 litre. With our GT2 builds, customer has gone for our drop down toolbox. So drop down toolbox, bit of weight savings, bit of dollar value savings in that as well. And then also a little bit of extra capacity compared to our drawer style. So we have those options there, so you can sort of pick and choose depending on what you ultimately wanted to do. So this still has our compression style locks, rain gutter, sealing on the front and the back as well. So nice and water resistant and dust resistant as well. So these boxes are actually really good. With our boxes as well, powder coated inside and out. So you haven't got any raw finishing anywhere. So the build's completely powder coated and finish every part that you look in the build itself. With our drop down boxes, you will get a tether to hold that down. At the moment, the customer still has to finish off his central locking. Polarities are still hanging out at the moment, but his auto sparky will sort that out. Essentially, our GT2 boxes, we can offer them those drop down ranges between our full range of tray builds now. So a quick rundown of the back of the truck. So with this tray build, we've done the reverse camera relocation. We've done your reverse sensors and also the blind spot relocation buckets in here. With the vehicle, you will notice there is a bit of a gap here still. Customer's still waiting on his tow bar and a few other accessories to fill that nicely. So it does look a little bit awkward at the moment, but that'll be nice and done once the vehicle is finished. With our trays, you get your rear washdown. So we call it a washdown kit. So it's just our aqua deck refitting. So you throw on your banana fitting, turn on your water pump, and then you got plumbed and powered water at the back of the truck. So with this vehicle, it still gets a large tunnel drawer. So with our rear tunnel drawers, you can option in the stainless steel bench top. So they're on gas struts, so that way you can make sure you've got heaps of space to get into your gear at the back here. Close up the lid, and then you've got a bit of bench space. You can use it as prep, work, whatever you need to. It's just a bit of extra storage, extra workspace, sorry, which is always quite handy on these builds. As always, we always do our relocated and integrated fillers. So that'll be your diesel and your water as well. So if you do have AdBlue, you also get an AdBlue filler here. So that's standard inclusion on all our builds. So that way you get a nice, perfect finish on there. With these trays as well, you can also throw in a sideboard kit. So the latches are integrated, already in the headboard, ready to go. We can literally just make them up for you, slide them onto the nylon, clip them in, and away you go. It takes about like 5 seconds to take them on and off, so they're really, really good add-on for these trays. Pretty much wraps it up. It is a fantastic looking BT50 build, clean, simple. Customers entrusted us again to do a tray build. If you are interested in a simple build like this, we've got plenty on our website, plenty online. More than welcome to give us a call and we can sort of have a chat and tailor a build to your needs. Thanks again, see you next time.